How's it going, everyone? Justin Smith, their scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama. Thank you guys for joining me today. Hit the like button for me, please. Hit that subscribe button as well. If you are a subscriber already, please hit the notification bell. Be notified when we drop content on our YouTube channel. Back with another breaking recruiting news video as the Crimson Tide just picked up a verbal commitment from 2023 four-star offensive lineman Olaus Alinen out of Lumen Shopping School in Connecticut. He's originally from Finland, moved from Finland to the United States before his junior season, and he has quickly become one of the top offensive tackle prospects in the 2023 recruiting class. The Tide offered him in November, and a lot of schools jumped on board after he had a very impressive junior season, which is some of the highlights that I am showing you guys right now. The Tide offered him, like I said, in November. He got to Tuscaloosa, I think a couple of weeks later. He did say getting the Alabama offer was his dream offer, but he got to Tuscaloosa, took that visit, and he made several visits after that. Despite him living in Connecticut, now he made several trips to Tuscaloosa before announcing this commitment. Got down, I think, a couple of times before the spring, got down during the spring for a couple of days, got back for an official visit in June, which he took with the rest of his family who came over from Finland to take official visits with him during the month of June. But the Tide made a big impression, have continued to make a big impression throughout his recruitment. I know I talked with him at the Future 50 event over the weekend. He said he had a lot of trust in Nick Saban. He said he knows that he will be taken care of if he was to choose the Crimson Tide. He also talked about his relationship with Eric Wolford, and Wolford played a huge role in this recruitment. So Wolford continues to be a huge part of Alabama's offensive line and recruiting efforts in the 2023 recruiting class. Like I said, he did speak highly on some of the other schools he took official visits to, but you can tell that he had a lot of respect for Alabama and the way that they have continued to recruit him, the way that they have prioritized him in the 2023 recruiting class. Going back to his official visit, said he had an opportunity to build his relationship with Alabama's coaches as well as with their players. If you guys did not see the video of him during this official visit in Tuscaloosa, you guys can check out that on our YouTube page. You can see that he's excited and happy to be around Alabama's current players, like their freshman offensive lineman Tyler Booker. So be sure to check out that video. It is located on our YouTube page at the moment. But that is enough about his recruitment. Let's look into what he brings to the table. I know talking about recruiting is exciting, especially before a guy commits. But after he commits, let's take a look at what he can bring to the table. What makes him special? Why is this such a huge gift for Alabama? Why did Alabama go after this massive offensive lineman? First off, he's a true 6'7". That is not fabricated. It is not a couple of inches added. I saw him in person. I knew that he was a true 6'7" prospect, and the Tide now have two towering tackle prospects committed, and Will Conformity, who stands at 6'8", and I have Olaus, who stands at 6'7" at the moment. And he's a guy who's a physical offensive lineman. Just take a look at his highlights. He's physically gifted in terms of being strong. You see he's bullying guys out there. He gets to the second level, has great movement in the second level in terms of him continuing to block up the field. Definitely blocks until the whistle is blown to end the play. But you see him getting to the second level a lot, getting to the linebackers, getting into the secondary, continuing to make blocks down the field. I don't think he's as strong of a pass blocker as he is a run blocker, but he's bringing a lot to the table, and he's definitely not a finished product. I think that is something to keep in mind when you're looking at any high school recruit. Even though they may be 4-star, 5-star, I think the thing that is most important is that they are high school recruits. They are going to continue to improve, continue to be developed. That is why they are going to some of these schools. That is why you come to Alabama. You want to come to Alabama because they have a history of developing guys. They pride themselves on that. And when you talk about that development, every guy doesn't have to be ready to play during their freshman season. So of course, like every other prospect, there are areas where he needs to improve. So I think his pass blocking is one of those areas, and I'm pretty sure Alabama is excited to help him develop in that area. But what he brings to the table in terms of physicality and the quickness that he shows off the line of scrimmage as well, you see that he just leaps off the snap, and he's just basically powering guys. They don't have a chance a lot of times, especially towards the end of his highlight film here. You're going to see a lot of times where as soon as the ball is snapped, he's engaging in blocks very quickly, getting his hands inside of the defender's chest and ending the play basically for him, because he is pancaking the guy, pushing him out of the play, driving him out of the play. So there's a lot to like about Olaus, a significant get for the Tide in the 2023 recruiting class. They are prioritizing tackles, and they are off to a very good start by picking up a commitment from Olaus, also picking up a commitment from Formby. They are eyeing Miles McVay, who I feel they are in a very, very good position for at the moment. McVay will announce his commitment on August 11th to honor his mother. He will return to Tuscaloosa on July 30th for an unofficial visit, which will be a cookout for the Crimson Tide, where they will host several top recruits in multiple recruiting classes. I feel that visit could seal things up for the Crimson Tide. He told me that visit will most likely be a visit where he just continue to build his relationship with Alabama's players and coaches, because he has visited several times, got on campus for an unofficial visit during the month of June for a couple of days. His mother and his uncle attended that visit with them, and he said Nick Saban made a huge impression on his family during that particular visit. So Miles McVay is the next Alabama target who we have our eyes on in terms of guys who will commit soon. But that is what I wanted to discuss with you guys today. Thank you guys so much. You can learn a little bit more about Olaus' commitment over at Touchdown Alabama. Of course, as always, I am Justin Smith, the scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama.